I made this shit out them Snickers too.
It's time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Nuggets with their last game here in Denver before heading back out on the road. They have started the season with gusto. 4 consecutive wins, no losses, as they battle here in Game 5 of the regular season.
You know, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. You know, they've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
Early on in the season, some players locked and loaded, others trying to find their groove. Clark, did you tend to be a fast starter, or did it take you some time to get a flow for your game as a season starter?
You know, Kevin, in my relatively short career, I experienced both. My rookie season, I started a little slow. I was in really good shape, knew I was going to play a lot, but it took a minute for me to find my traction. I've started fast in my third year because I had been around the block a couple of times. I knew what my off-season needed to be like, and I had gotten off to a terrific start in my third and fourth year. And then the injury happened, and that was it. But I experienced both.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they got. They got Porzingis. Jimmy Butler is out there with the captain. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Knox in at the 3. And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. His court awareness is really impressive.
Here's Chapman. 38 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals. And I think that's got to affect your mental game. I mean, missing open shots like that, unacceptable, and it'll probably mess with your head a little bit, too.
Now here is Harris. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Calm, cool, collected. Amongst the big trees inside Dinwiddie continues to impress from the painted area.
Here's Chapman. Right side, Butler. Jokic grabs the miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Butler against Harris. Here's Chapman. There's the steal. Here's Dinwiddie. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. Cousins against Jokic. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Let's send it out to David Aldridge. You're caught up with head coach Mike Malone. David?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big edge for them inside. It's See if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here are the Nuggets now. Porter, no luck.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg. Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Harris against Butler. Left side, Harris. Five to shoot. Takes the three. Knicks with the rebound.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Controlling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And how about the points they put up? I mean, they were aggressive. In fact, at times overwhelming.
Hey, I agree with you there. I mean, they were in a really nice flow, Greg. Seemed like they couldn't miss. And scoring the ball comes easily and naturally to him. He's a versatile player at the offensive end.
Pass to Jokic. Porter looking it over. Harris passes to Jokic. Harris trying to get free, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Harris.
Another way that Jokic keeps pressure on the defense is that he can spray home a few threes if you don't keep an eye on him.
To the paint, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. He's been on fire lately. Let's take a look at your Eastern Conference Player of the Week, the captain.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Harris up top, defended by Butler. Clock at 6. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Knicks trail by 3. Out left to the wing. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Chapman. He kicks it to Cousins. A 3 from Porzingis. Good on the triple. Porzingis has got 5 now.
I don't think we'll ever see another 7'3" player who can drain the 3 like Porzingis. He takes the idea of that inside-outside threat to a whole nother level.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former coach of the year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talent are also very impressive.
And the Knicks making a change here. Turner's checked in. That one good for 2.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
Here's Chapman, covered by Lyons. Chapman, the pass to Porzingis. Here's Chapman, back to Porzingis. Puts it up from 12. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 7 points in the game.
Nice job exploiting that mismatch. Realized he had a smaller defender on him and went right to the mid-range jam.
Porter kicks to Dinwiddie. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Chapman, the pass to Turner. Outside Butler. Pass to Chapman. Back to Butler. Plays it up and banks it in.
So I tell you what, he's not going to give in to the defense. Butler really is ferocious. Great job finishing off these tough shots.
Here's Dinwiddie. Porter finds Jokic. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. A different look for Denver. Wayne Dedman's checked in for Lyles. Luke Kennard comes in for Harris. And it's Jamal Murray in for Dinwiddie. Nuggets trail. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Murray. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Chapman. New York's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. But quick look, no good that time.
You know, where was the defense there, Kevin? I mean, even though he missed it, that was not a good effort. Pitiful.
Kennard, the pass to Murray. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Murray's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Chapman. Now Hardaway over Murray. Hardaway, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Porter against Ingram. Porter kicks to Kennard. With the shot, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Kennard's got his first basket. For New York, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Here's Chapman. Passes it to Cameron. It's Ingram on the wing. Cantor with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. For Denver, they've gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Here's Kennard. Sweet little floater.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
New York trailing. Here's Chapman. He dishes it to Turner. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Jokic. And it's Batum in for Porter. Denver on D. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Murray. High, arcing shot. They retain possession.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Chapman. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Paul Millsap absolutely loves an unselfish style of play.
Well, he firmly believes that everything good starts with 5 guys willing to give up the basketball to get a better shot, going from good shot to better shot, and willing to get the open guy the ball. For Millsap, that's both fun to watch and fun to be part of.
Murray, the pass to Dedman. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Chapman. Murray, no good.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Chapman. Millsap covering. Kicks it to Cantor. There's the pass to Ingram. And that one goes long. The Nuggets leading by 3. Batum passes to Kennard. Here's Dedman. Pass to Kennard. Left side, Batum. Clock at 6. There's the triple. And no good. Good work defensively by Turner. It's Ingram on the wing. Pass to Chapman. The dish to Cantor. To the inside.
Oh,
Batum with the steal.
just fucking shoot the jump shot. You fucking dick.
Here's Kennard.
What the fuck are you doing?
Kennard kicks to Murray.
Yeah.
Shoots from the baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And that one drops. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
One of the things Murray does well is shoot the mid-range shot. He's actually deadly from there. Can't give him that kind of room.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Murray. Here's Chapman, poked away, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Denver on top, leading by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court.
I worked extremely hard.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Chapman. Butler passes to Knox. He kicks the ball. Here's Chapman. Right side Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Well, the ability of Turner to put the ball on the floor and take it strong to the bucket makes him valuable for his team.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Porter is out there with Lyles. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Porter. Harris outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Bucks was just phenomenal. He finished with 38 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. And he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when the player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
And here's Porter after the three-pointer from Chapman. Tries it from 19. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And now it's an 11-point New York lead.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Dinwiddie kicks to Porter. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a
See, we
chance
off
at the
and
line
running.
for
That's
one
what
more.
happens. Pissed me off. Then we get off and running.
There was a rules change not too long ago that promoted more help defense, less one-on-one defense. Good or bad?
I like it. Again, there's always going to be a premium on defending one-on-one, but positioning defenders where you can help better and more, I think it's trying to make sure the offensive side doesn't get too much of an advantage where the rules have gone in the past. So I think it's a nice balancing act for the game.
And here is Harris. He's got 8. Cuts off the pass. Here's Chapman. Back to Paul. And there are the Knicks with another bucket. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for New York.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
Yeah, a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
Hardaway's checked in for Butler. Hardaway passes to Chapman. Releases from 15. Offensive rebound. Good defense by Jokic.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now, here's Jokic. 5 points in the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Porter. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harris. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Harris has got 10 points.
It started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Here's Chapman. He's got 9. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Both free throws good from Chapman. Here's Harris. 10 points for him. Passes to Dinwiddie. Launches it. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the pass to Chapman. Fires from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Dinwiddie kicks to Porter. Over Hardaway. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
New York moving the ball around. Kicks it out to Paul. Porter against Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a chance to check out the stats for the captain. Coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 32 points a game last year, 18 assists and almost 5.5 steals. And he was their top scorer throughout last season.
Well, his teammates knew whenever they really needed a basket, just look his way.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for Denver. Ingram, he's checked in for New York. Hardaway hits them both. There's 1:54 left here in the second. Murray kicks to Dinwiddie. And here's the break. Here's Hardaway. Finished off the break. And the Knicks lead by 18.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Now, here's Jokic. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, he feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can't.
And Nikola Jokic, boy, the addition of that three-point shot, Clark, has really opened up things for his offense.
Without question, Kevin. Already a great passer. Now that he can stretch the defense, the passing lanes become wider for him. Also, the driving lanes open up for his teammates. So, very difficult to take away everything when Jokic is knocking down perimeter shots.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Wayne Dedman comes in for Trey Lyles, and it's Luke Kennard in for Dinwiddie. Pass to Chapman. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Here's Murray. The Knicks making the shot. Outside, Porter. Outside for Murray. Porter trying to free himself up. And there's Murray on the assist by Porter. And it's 7 points for Jamal Murray.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Here's Chapman. He's got 13. Clock at 4. Baseline jumper. Not going to go that time. And so it's the New York Knicks out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance in the first half?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Knicks leading by 17. Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Porzingis is out there with Knox. Then there's the captain, and it's Butler in at the 2 spot.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, "The drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far." Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Rob. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Here's Harris. Pass to Dinwiddie. And he gets the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 8 points.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Kicks it to Butler. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Cousins. Jokic, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
2 shots,
and there's the foul against Denver.
2.
Dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. Outside, Porter. Outside for Millsap. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shot's good from Butler.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, you know, you got to give them credit. I mean, they flipped the switch and they're not looking back now.
Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Gary Harris. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. And Batum kicks to Millsap. Stolen. A solo fast break and slam dunk by Butler.
You got to tag Butler in transition. He's got the quickness and athleticism to shred defenses in the open floor.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Now here's Porter, guarded closer. Outside for Batum and stolen by Butler. A putback. The pass to Knox. Over in the corner, Cousin. Here's Chapman. They had a number of cracks in it, but came away empty-handed.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Pass to Chapman. Back to Porzingis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top three-point shooters. Number 1, Porzingis. 4th, DeMarcus Cousins.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of horse. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Here's Chapman. 15 points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. Let's now pause and take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Nuggets.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
And free throw good from Chapman. Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in, and New York making a change here. And he makes the first, but misses the second. And great with Michael Porter, combining the length, athleticism, and scoring ability. He's a rare prospect.
I mean, in high school, he was the #1 prospect on a lot of people's list. Had the back injury in his only year of college, but everyone knew what he could do when given the chance.
Here's Chapman.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive for Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Outside, Batum. Five to shoot. Jokic. And it's blocked. Pass to Dodson. 20 feet out. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Porter. Nice pass. Run into the rack perfectly for the layup. Porter's got 6.
Boy, the playmaking of Nicholas Batum vastly improved over the course of his career.
Shot from 16, and he gets it to go. And that's 18 points for the captain.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Denver calls timeout. And an interesting thing about Nicholas Batum, he considers Spurs great Tony Parker to be like an older brother to him.
Well, we know the benefit and value of having good mentors, and that relationship between Batum and Parker started on the French national team. Parker advised him, helped him grow in his career, and that shows if you have the power to give back, be unselfish, it can work both ways for the positive.
Wayne Dedmon's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Passes to Dotson. Here's Chapman, defended by Batum. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Denver. Butler against Batum. And it's Butler missing.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Here's Kennard. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Thursday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kennard kicks to Millsap. Here's Murray up on top. And it's Denver scoring again.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Goes up at the stripe. The pass to Chapman. Here's Dotson. And here's Porzingis for a three. Traps in the tray. Porzingis has got 14 points for the game. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. He kicks to Batum. Outside Millsap. That's tipped. Here we go, all alone, pushing it up. Dotson the pass to Butler. Here's Chapman, defended by Batum. Outside Millsap. Murray outside. 13 feet away. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Dotson. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And checking out some numbers for Jimmy Butler. How he did last season. He was around 12 points a game. Just over 2 steals and 2 assists. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the Pines.
And there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Time call here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Stolen by Cantor. Here's Chapman, and that one is hammered home.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Pass to Kennard. On the clock from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Chapman's got 8 rebounds in this game. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Butler's got 20 points.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Outside, Batum wasted no time on that one.
The timing by Batum, really good at recognizing when to fire off the catch.
Out left to the wing. Millsap against Cantor. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New York with it. Ingram with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Murray outside. Kicks to Millsap. Back to Murray. Pass to Kennard. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Kennard's got 9.
And the clever passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the court.
Here's Chapman. He's covered by Murray. On baseline, Jay. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Chapman's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Denver's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside, Batum. No good from outside. New York's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. The putback, it's good on the putback.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Murray. The Knicks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That free throw good from Chapman for the Nuggets. Trey Lyles checked in for Millsap, and Harris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. The Knicks also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Ntilikina in for Jimmy Butler.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Lyles against Cousins. Murray kicks to Dedmon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Bangs on the trifecta. He's got 13.
So many different ways that Gary Harris can burn you. Spotting up, slashing inside, creating. It's really pick your poison with him.
Chapman the pass to Turner. Here's Chapman. He's covered by Murray. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Here's Kennard. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
Love seeing this from Harris. I mean, proving how effective he can be as a passer.
And so it's New York having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for New York.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
We've got Gary Harris. Dwayne Dedman is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. To the inside, stolen by Cantor. 1:39 left here in the fourth quarter. Chapman the pass to Paul. Lays it up off the glass.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Here's Dinwiddie. The teardrop falls in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the captain.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harris kicks to Murray. It's the mark. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chapman, that's good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Need a few ice bucks after that. Elbows.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Charlie? Busy day, man. We need you for an interview right over here.
Okay. All right, guys.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And we welcome you back.
This is Shaq. Another double-double for you tonight. Made it look easy, buddy. How are you able to control things on the offensive end with this level of consistency?
And, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always up.
Fuck out of here, bull.